Hello viewers, I'm Sadia Khan and you're watching YouTube channel Learn with Sadia. My topic for today's video is the root. See, watch the topic till the end, and if you are new to my channel, please do subscribe, like, share and comment the video. See, as we all know, from a very small embryo, a complete plant develops. Here you can see in this picture, here you can see a radical part. Embryo will usually have two parts, plumule and radical. Okay, so from this radical part of the embryo, root will arise and it will go inside the ground. Now in this video we can see the types of root systems. Root systems are basically classified into three types. They are taproot system, fibrous root system and adventitious root system. So the very first kind of root system is taproot system. Here you can see in this picture taproot. This is the image of taproot system. Okay, here in taproot system, see, there will be one primary root and from that primary root will arise lateral roots. See, that primary root, that basic root which is actually forming from the radical, it will give out branches and those branches are only called as lateral roots. So those lateral roots are again termed as you can see here, these are the lateral roots. Those lateral roots are again termed as secondary roots and tertiary roots. So this kind of taproot system is usually seen in dicotyledons. Okay, so from where the primary root is elongated, it is elongated from the radical part of the embryo. Example for the taproot system is mustard plant. So we have seen taproot system. Taproot system is usually present in dicotyledonous plant. Moving to the second kind of root system, that is fibrous root system. So in case of monocotyledonous plants, primary root, it is very short-lived. In taproot, we have seen that it will have a long duration or long life, that primary root, and it will give rise to lateral branches such as secondary and tertiary. But in case of fibrous root system, which is seen in monocotyledonous plant, the primary root is short-lived, okay, and it is replaced by large number of roots. Here you can see all these large number of roots. See, from where does they originate? These large number of roots, they originate from the base of the stem and they all together constitute fibrous root system. So fibrous root system is usually seen in monocotyledons such as wheat. Now we have the last kind of root system, that is adventitious root system. Roots that arise from parts other than radical. See, usually as I told, from the embryo, in embryo we have radical and plumule. From the radical, roots will arise. But any root which arises from the region other than radical, if they are arising from radical, then they will be included under taproot and fibrous. But if they are arising from any other part, any part other than radical, then they will be considered as adventitious root system. So such adventitious root system is seen in grass, monstera and banyan tree. Now that we are done with kinds of root systems, now we will see the regions of the root. See, root is having different regions. They include root cap, region of meristematic activity, region of elongation, region of maturation and root hairs as well. We will see from the bottom, from the very basic part. So the very first part we are going to discuss is root cap. This is the root cap. Okay, that root cap is present at the tip of the root, or we can say it is present at the apex of the root. Okay, so this root cap is also called as calyptra. Now, what is the role of this root cap? It is covering at the apex of the root. It protects the tender apex of the root. See that apical region, this region is called as apical region of the root and it will be very tender, it will be very gentle, it will not be much hard. So in order to protect that apex which is very tender, we have this structure called as root cap or calyptra. The next region we have above this root cap is region of meristematic activity. So it is seen immediately above the root cap, that is region of meristematic activity. In this region of meristematic activity, the cells will be very small and they will have thin wall and they will have dense protoplasm. Why do they have dense protoplasm? Because they have all the materials required for the division of the cell. They divide repeatedly. So continuous meristematic activity is going on. That's why that region is called as region of meristematic activity, which means a region where the cells are dividing continuously. So we are done with root cap, region of meristematic activity. The next region we have here to discuss is region of elongation. Region of elongation is just above the region of meristematic activity. Here the cells undergo elongation and enlargement. So ultimately cell size increases. So finally length of the root will also increase. Okay, in region of meristematic activity, cells divide, whereas in region of elongation, there will be rapid elongation and enlargement of the cell. The next region we have is region of maturation. You can see in the picture region of maturation. So apical region we had root cap. Above the root cap we have region of meristematic activity. Then region of elongation. Above it we have region of maturation. So here the cells differentiate and they undergo maturation. So the last thing we have to discuss here is root hairs. See, root hairs are nothing but they are very fine, delicate, thread-like structures. Okay, here you can see these are the root hairs, very fine thread-like structures which are formed from epidermal regions, epidermal cells in region behind the elongation. See, this is the region of elongation. Above the region of elongation, we have region of maturation. From there, from the epidermal cells, thin thread-like structures arise and they are called as root hairs. So what is the function of these root hairs? They absorb water and minerals from the soil. With this, we are done with the understanding of different kinds of root systems, which are taproot system, fibrous root system and adventitious root system. Other than that, we have seen the different regions of the root. With this, I conclude the video. Hope this was of use to you. Thank you.